YouTube, what up? Right now we got Prime Edge was a savage from the WWE, of course, Edge, man. And, I ain't gonna lie, I was watching this video last night, like late last night, but I ain't feel like recording, so I feel like I was laughing so hard because it brought so many memories that was buried back to the surface, and realized how much I used to hate this man as a kid. Like, you know, if y'all ain't know, bro, Jeff Hardy is my guy. Like, Jeff Hardy, you know, Shawn Michaels, Rey Mysterio, you know, things of that nature, you know what I'm saying, growing up. As I got older, I just appreciate people who can actually wrestle, like the Shawn Michaels of the world. Like, I used to hate Randy Orton, but I love Randy Orton now because he the truth. I love Edge, like I love the villains, like how they be playing it, like, you know what I'm saying, cause all this shit entertainment, you know what I'm saying. I went to the WWE Monday Night Raw, Little Rock, the other day. You know, it was pretty cool, even though I didn't recognize nearly, you know, it's a whole lot of new wrestlers and shit like that. Of course, I started watching wrestling when I was like in the 5th grade, but the only ones I was really familiar with was Cody Rhodes, and he rebranded himself completely, like he was a whole different character. But the shit was straight. I had fun, my girl had fun, you know, my cousin Flip, you know, he loved wrestling. He when I started watching it and stopped playing the game, stuff like that, he kept on, and he loved wrestling, so he had a good time. So that's what it's about, you know, spending quality time with the people that fuck with you heavily, you know what I'm saying. But this shit was funny as fuck, and shout out to Wrestling GIFs, whoever, you know, the person who created this video, man. This shit was funny as hell. I was rolling all last night, so I wanted to share this shit with y'all and just go down memory lane, man, straight up. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Yo, there has never been a wrestler I've hated more in my life than Prime Edge. From 2005 until 2009, if you were watching wrestling and you heard,
"You think you know me?"
Yo, you better hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your championships, because Edge was coming and he was taking it all. Without a doubt, this man was the slimiest, the scummiest, the most disgusting, just...
Like, bro, I used to hate this man so bad, like I used to think that nigga was committing capital murder when he used to get the chairs. Like, he would get 2 chairs and make a sandwich out of it. Like, he'll put somebody's head on top of a chair, and he'll get the chair, then he'll do that shit. But I thought he was committing murder, bro. And he knew it, you know, as I look at it now, like, he kind of wait. I was trying to find a video like that, like a compilation of him doing that, but ain't nobody make it. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? But man, that shit is so funny now, and that shit used to hurt my soul so bad when I was a little kid, like.
The biggest
that shit crazy. That shit
no doubt in my mind that this man right here was the biggest supervillain of our childhoods. It all started in 2005 when he took Matt Hardy's girl. While poor Matt Hardy was out nursing a knee injury at home, Edge started nursing Lita on the road. The WWE found out and made it a whole TV storyline. And oned that happened, it was a wrap, because
back then when I was in elementary school, my mama bought me these DVDs, Raw. I used to start collecting wrestling DVDs. I don't know where the fuck I put all of them. I had the Jeff Hardy DVD, had the Shawn Michaels DVD. Before I got them, I had Raw's War. It's like a couple of discs. But it was like Stone Cold, Steve Austin. It was a whole bunch of shit. I know what I'm talking about. Let me know if y'all ever had. What was y'all favorite wrestling DVD y'all had? I just remember that Raw's War shit, man. Straight up.
Sloppiest, the most disgusting.
Oh god, that came in them skinny ass DVD cases.
Beat his ass in front of millions of people, sent him packing to SmackDown, and then walked into New Year's Revolution 2006 and took John Cena's championship. Man,
yeah, Matt Hardy's solo career really never panned out like he was supposed to. Even though I did like Matt Hardy until he tried to do that jealous shit with Jeff.
Elimination Chamber, after outlasting 6 other men, he was still champion. It's like, yo,
he just Jeff Hardy's charisma was just different, bro.
Edge involves outcomes. Edge with Money in the Bank briefcase, he cashes it in.
Like, if Matt Hardy wouldn't have been a Hardy, or if he wouldn't have been Jeff, brother, he probably would have had a successful solo career.
Me as a kid. This moment,
like a bigger solo career, I'll say that.
This moment where I decided that I will never ever like Edge. I made it my life's mission to hate on Edge. I was going to be the Patrick Beverly of hating Edge. Yo, trust me, you had to be there to understand. I was watching this live and I was so close to tears. I was 7 years old and John Cena was my favorite wrestler. John Cena was my hero, and John Cena always won and he always survived, and he did. That was the thing. He did win the match. He did survive. survive. But then this guy, this piece of shit, just came in there and took the championship. And nah, this moment.
Oh God, he had that look in his face. He'll do this. He'll be doing this. That nigga used to piss me off so bad, bro. That nigga used to, like, with his hair and shit, he used to do this and shit, looking all crazy and shit. Bro, I seen this shit so many times. My young horny ass man.
Having a live sex celebration. Bro, what? How is this
that
even
shit was
allowed?
crazy.
Imagine being 7 years old and your favorite wrestler gets clapped by this guy, and the next night you gotta watch him have sex on live TV while you watch with your grandma. Do you guys see why I hate this man? Edge was just a sick, twisted man. Not only
Man,
did
that
he
shit
take
crazy.
girlfriends
I
and
remember watching
championship
that
belts,
shit.
For some reason, he also loved abusing old men for no reason. I remember.
Like, W, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, even though I don't watch wrestling now, so I really can't judge really, but the storylines from back in the day, man, the early 2000s, or the mid 2000s, the late, like, about to enter the 2010s, that era, man, that shit was, I mean, it was so many great wrestlers, man. The roster was loaded. It was just a great time, man. I just felt, I fell out of love with that shit, man. I don't know why, but I just did. I just grew up, or grew out of it.
I remember watching Raw, and all I see is
But I
Edge
always
just
like
beating up
going
a
back and watching
57-year-old
old
Ric Flair
entrances and
in a
shit.
TLC match.
Entrances. Y'all know what I'm trying to say?
It was Ric Flair in a TLC match. All you see is Ric Flair bleeding all over the damn place, getting suplexed off a ladder and just dying.
Oh
And
God,
Edge is just there
Ric
having
Flair,
time
bro,
of his
he
life,
always
abusing his
bleeding
world,
like
man. Of course, this was also the year
like getting his ass whooped.
a flaming table. But do you guys remember what he did in the mixed tag match at One Night Stand 06? As everyone knows, right, this is a wrestling pin, right? This is how you win a match. Nah, not for Edge. This is how he won the match. That is another man's wife. I am telling you, he is a sick, twisted man. He needed to be stopped, right? He was running around doing this to another man's wife the same night he cost Cena the championship, and then a few weeks later, he casually went to John Cena's house and slapped his dad in the living room. This guy was possessed. He was just the definition of evil. I'm surprised he didn't wrestle in like black Air Forces. He needed to be stopped.
Man, I was rolling last night though. I ain't gonna care.
He can never be
Oh
stopped.
God, this nigga had me
Every
dead
time
because he was saying that he was saying the most accurate shit.
Yeah, he would disappear for a bit, but he would always come back, and he would always come back even stronger, even scummier, even slimier. This man was like the Frieza of WWE. Let me show you what I mean, okay? So John Cena threw this man into a lake, right? He threw him off a ladder into a bunch of tables. He beat him in a cage match, and I remember watching WrestleMania 23. When Jeff Hardy dropped the leg drop on him, it looked like Edge died. It literally...
Man, Jeff was my nigga, man. That nigga was so fucking crazy. Like, look at this nigga, man. Look at bro. He is flabbergasted.
He looked like Edge died, and that was the greatest moment of my life. Seeing Edge get carried away on a stretcher, I was like, yes.
That's what I'm saying. I can't blame, man, because you got your younger brother doing shit like this. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole other discussion for a whole other day, man. But shout out to all my Jeff Hardy fans out there. Oh God.
He's dead. He's gone. He's not winning this match. Hallelujah. Edge is not a problem anymore. But no, because he only came back slimier and scummier. It was May 2007, and it was an episode of SmackDown. The main event was super hyped up, and it was for the World Heavyweight Championship. It was Batista versus The Undertaker. Both men escaped at the exact same time, and The Undertaker, he got clapped no doubt, but he was still walking out champion, and it was respectable. The Undertaker was a respectable champion. But then, you know, Mark Henry's music played, and I'm like, okay. So Mark Henry just beats up The Undertaker, leaves him lying there dead, and it's like, alright, cool, Mark. I don't know why you're acting up. Not like The Undertaker's gonna beat your ass next week. It was minor. Mark Henry was not a problem.
Shout out to Mark Henry, man. Shout out to Mark Henry. I ain't like his ass growing up, but shit.
It was amazing. You know, time to go to sleep.
I fuck with Mark Henry.
But then it happened.
You think you know me?
On SmackDown, on the CW, on the show that was supposed to be my safe place, on Friday night, on the night that I was not supposed to see him.
Look at the look in his eyes, man.
He had the in his hand, and it was happening again. It was literally happening again. It was like deja vu.
Oh God. God, that nigga be twisted, bro.
Remember how I said he traumatized me in 06 when he cashed in on John Cena? Well, you know what? This was worse. This was on SmackDown. This was on the show. He wasn't even. He was a Raw wrestler. But nah, here he is. Yo, SmackDown was my safe space. Okay, this was supposed to be the show that he never appeared. My edge guard was all the way down. I was chilling. I was relaxing. But no, here he comes out there once again. And once again, he finesses the system and becomes World Heavyweight Champion. The poor Undertaker is lying lying there in his blood. He is dead as usual, and Edge just goes in there and becomes champion. And at that point, that's when it hit me. That's when I realized, yo, it didn't matter if it was Raw, it didn't matter if it was SmackDown, it didn't matter if you were injured at home, because he'll take your wife on the road. And if you aren't at home, it doesn't matter. He'll go home and slap your dad. Like, it didn't matter if you were 57 years old, it didn't matter if you were a dead man. Edge was always going to tweak. And yo,
that little cloak he had on, that shit hard.
Because once Edge came to SmackDown, this man reached another level. I thought Edge was bad on Raw, but no. Once he came to SmackDown, it was over. Edge for the next few years would go on to pillage, ravage, just destroy SmackDown with the scummiest tactics I had ever seen in my life. Every time there was a match where I'm like, oh my god, Edge is finally gonna die. No, he never died. He always won with the roll up. He won by escaping the cage, running through the crowd. Every time I'm like, yo, he's finally gonna get clapped. He never did. And if by some divine miracle he did get clapped, it didn't matter. Okay, it didn't matter. In July of 2007, he actually got injured, and that meant he had to give up his title. He had to surrender the title, and he was no longer a champion. And I remember being so happy just sitting there watching Edge in the ring. He was crying, and he gave the title to Teddy. I was really happy. I'm like, yo, the bad man's gone. Great. But no, it was not great, because he always came back. And he always came back scummier than ever. It was November of 2007. Edge had been gone for 4 months. 4 months of bliss, 4 months of awesomeness, 4 months of not seeing his stupid face.
Oh god, the intro was so hard. This intro right here.
4 months. 4 months of bliss, 4 months of awesome.
Man, this
4 months of
this intro was so hard, bro.
Survivor Series 07. It was Batista and an amazing Hell in a Cell match. Everything was fine, and I really wanted Batista to win as usual, and I thought that it was gonna happen, right? I was pretty confident. And then all of a sudden, the cameraman starts tweaking. Yes, the cameraman. Yo, this guy, Edge, disguised himself
murder. Like this man, I thought this man was killing folks, bro. Look at this shit.
Edge
bro.
disguised himself as a cameraman.
I thought he was killing folks, man.
He just started beating up everyone. He hit him with a camera, got a bunch of chairs, just blasted everyone's head, just left everyone a bloody mess, and he was back. Just like that, Edge was back. And at first, I was like, all right, whatever, you know, Taker and Batista.
Oh God, look at him, man.
You know,
look at him, man.
But no, it was a huge problem, because at Armageddon 07, the next month on pay-per-view, it was a triple threat match. Batista, Undertaker, and Edge. Well, you know what? We thought it was a triple threat match, because that was not the case. This man brought stunt doubles to a wrestling match, and not just one, but two. He brought in two idiots that looked just like him and basically had them around the ring playing dead, playing dummy. Bro, what the f? All you see is Edge getting clapped. But no, apparently it's not Edge. Then you see Edge getting clapped again. No, it's not Edge. Then you see like two Edges on the floor while another Edge is in there. I can't. You already know what happened. He finessed the system and he walked out champion once again. Bro, what? How? Where? Who? Huh?
I ain't watched that match.
This guy was using military tactics in a
funny
wrestling
as
match.
hell.
This guy was out here using guerrilla warfare, using dummy. I can't. So he was world champion once again, right? But that wasn't enough for Edge. No. He wanted to reach another level of peak sliminess. He needed protection. He needed security. He needed a way to
here you go. This is what I remember the most, bro. This shit was so funny.
In a relationship with Vicky,
bro, this era, like back when I was a kid, I used to hate it so much.
These two buffoons begin to run SmackDown every week.
Bro, I used to hate that shit so much, bro. And then, oh girl, she used to say, "Excuse me," and everybody started booing the fuck out of her, bro. That shit used to be funny as hell.
They would come out and these bozos would screw over all of SmackDown. The clips of Edge and Vicky kissing legit make me want to gag. Edge was that desperate. Edge was that slimy and disgusting that he got with Vicky Guerrero, and yo, they were the definition of evil. I remember Vicky made a TLC match at One Night Stand Away, and the stipulation was if The Undertaker lost to Edge, he had to be forced to leave the WWE. So what happens in the match? Well, Edge and Vicky have like the armed forces basically go out there like it's a Desert Storm operation, and they make sure that The Undertaker does not win this match. Edge wins the match and The Undertaker was banished from the WWE. Nah, yo, Edge was a sick man. At one point, he was even engaged to Vicky Guerrero. They were going to get married on an episode of SmackDown. But luckily, at the wedding, Triple H came out and showed Vicky and the world footage of Edge cheating on Vicky.
I think I stopped watching wrestling like around the time Jeff Hardy was forced to leave the WWE when
made
he
sure that Edge was gonna pay for this.
when he was
what she
wrestling
does is
against
make Edge
CM
take
Punk
on
and
The
shit.
Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell match, and everyone's
So that was probably
"Yay,
like
Edge is finally gonna get clapped. Everything's gonna catch up to
early
Edge. It's the
2011,
end.
I
It's
think.
over." And that's what happens, right? The Undertaker
I just remember
destroys
that.
Edge in a Hell in a Cell match. He choke slams him from.
I just remember SmackDown versus Raw 2011 was my last time playing that shit on a consistent basis.
He's done. He's dead. Edge is over. Like, we can move on with our lives. But no.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
It was November of 2008, okay? Edge had disappeared, Edge was dead, and now Jeff Hardy stepped up, and Jeff Hardy really took Edge's place, and now he was the top guy on SmackDown. Everyone wanted to see Jeff Hardy become the WWE.
But nah, shit, I just wanted to share some of my childhood memories with y'all, man, real quick, man. The video really don't hit because I watched the shit yesterday, you know, like late last night before I went to sleep, and I just wanted to share like my thoughts on it. Like this was a great video. Shout out to Wrestling Gifts again. If y'all like the video, man, like the video, comment, subscribe. If y'all want me to react to any type of wrestling compilation, like the new wrestlers or whatever like that, just let me know in the comments below. I did try to do that once upon a time, like a year ago, but the wrestling or whatever, they blocked that video, so y'all can't see it. But oh God, wrestling funny as fuck. Like when I was watching the shit live the other day, the shit just be so goddamn fake. You know what I'm saying? You know, back when I was a kid, I used to swear up and down that this shit was real. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it was a part of my childhood, man. I can't forget that shit. But I'm gonna fuck with y'all the next one. I'm out of here.